This is the unboxing and review of the Xigmatek Prime SD1484 CPU cooler. This is one of the newer CPU coolers by Xigmatek themselves. And what's very interesting about this cooler is the fan itself. We can see here the wave-like blade structures of the fans. Xigmatek claim that this helps the fan to push more air at a quieter rate. Whether it's true or not, we have to check it out for ourselves. So, and one more thing about this CPU cooler is that it features the heat pipe direct touch technology, something like that. Basically, what it means is the heat pipes come directly in contact with the CPU itself. So I'll show you later on as we unbox it. So yeah, without further ado, let's move on and look at the box. So here we have the CPU cooler itself. You can see it. And at the top we have what I was mentioning earlier, the heat pipe direct touch. Moving on to the side, we have some information of the sockets it is compatible with, and some features of the Prime itself, and lastly the specifications of the Prime. You can pause it to read it if you want. Yep, so that's about it of the box, and now I'm going to open up and show you the contents of what is inside. Yes, actually a really nice packaging. So immediately when you open up, we have the fan itself. So this is the wave-like blades I was talking about. What I would prefer Xigmatek to do is basically sleeve the cable. It's not going to cost them much. Putting that aside, we have the CPU cooler, silica gel, and this is, I believe, all the mounting accessories. Yep, and the rubber screw itself also. And inside here you can see that we have the instruction manual, which I will not be taking it out. Lastly, we have the CPU cooler itself. So yeah, here we have the CPU cooler. It features 8 6mm. No. 4 8mm heat pipes, I believe. Yep, and here we have the. Let me focus this. Hold on. Yep, what we have here is the heat pipes that are basically going to be in direct contact with the CPU chip itself. So yeah, whether it works or not, we have to test it out for ourselves and see how well it does. So that's about it. I'll move on with the performance review. Alright, for the full test setup as well as the testing methodology, you can read it off my site. You can get the link at the description bar below. I've tested the Prime against two other coolers, basically the Havoc 140 as well as the Mega Helms, and I've tested for each cooler both the push and push-pull config. The fans for each cooler is fixed to the Xigmatek XAF 140mm fans. So yep, you can see the chart for yourself, and you see the Xigmatek Prime push-pull at delta temps of 35.7 load degrees Celsius during load, as compared to the Mega Helms of 32.65, about 3 degrees Celsius difference, and not too bad, I'd say, for its price. But if you see carefully, comparing it with the Havoc 140, with at 33 degrees Celsius as compared to the Xigmatek Prime at 35.7, you would start to wonder whether it's really value for money or not. So we move on to the overclock settings. I have basically overclock at 3.6 gigahertz, and the performance of the Xigmatek Prime seems to be much better now. As you can see, it basically loses to the megahelms at roughly around 2 degrees Celsius, as well as losing to the Havoc at around roughly only less than 1 degree Celsius. So yeah, for its price, it's pretty good, and you can read the temperatures for yourself and compare it. Alright, in conclusion, the Xigmatek Prime SD1484 does what most CPU coolers in the market already do, but what stands out most is how well the stock fans perform, both in terms of being a heatsink fan as well as how quiet it is during operation. The very problem is that the price point as of which the Prime is sold at $64.99 US compared to the $67.99 US of the Havoc 140. The price point does not seem to be justified. Do note that the Havoc 140 provides two 140mm fans, and you can read more of that in my upcoming Havoc 140 review. And so the price difference of just $3 does not seem to be justified here. So overall, the Xigmatek Prime's SD1484 is a decent enough CPU cooler at its price. However, considering all the other options and competition lying around, it sadly falls short both in terms of price and performance to its competitors. I've placed links to the full written review of the Xigmatek Prime SD1484 in the description below. You can also visit my site at www.swiftworld.net for more of such articles, and if you do find my video interesting, do give it a thumbs up as well as subscribe to me for more of such videos in the future.